Computer. Welcome, gorgeous souls, to another episode of Heart and Soul. And today we love to share about soul magic and the freshly opened Soul Magic Academy Janet has. And it has been quite a journey, right? And we had a discussion before we met, and we thought sort of, yeah, this is what we love to share about. So enjoy this episode, and you'll find the link to Janet's Soul Magic Academy in the comments. So don't worry. Soul magic, it's such a beautiful word. And I feel like deeply connected to the soul, and it carries so much magic. And our life can transform magically once we connect to our heart and soul. Welcome, Janet, gorgeous soul.
Oh, Caroline, I mean, yeah, before we jumped on to start sharing this, I was just talking about launching Soul Magic Academy this week. I didn't do the big launch. I wanted it to be more a soft launch. But it's been something that's been with me for quite a while. And I was saying to Caroline way back when I first started coaching and stuff, I actually did have training courses, and then sort of a moves and different things that moved away, but it's always set there. And I decided that it was the right time to knuckle down and do it. And I love creating courses, I love creating things. And I used to be well, it was in IT, but a trainer. And I used to train the staff, and I used to write all the training material and deliver all the training and everything. And I loved that job. I did that job in London for about 12 years. And it's kind of reconnecting with the two things that I really love, as well as the writing. There's the writing still there. But it felt like now is the time for me to take my knowledge and my creativity and put that together to create online coaching programs and courses. And Soul Magic Academy, Soul Magic Coaching is all about reconnecting with your true essence of, back into your heart space, and reconnecting your soul back to the consciousness, back into connecting with the universe, the divine source. And that has been really important. And yes, I've kind of like tried, I was saying to Caroline, I've been doing different business development courses and stuff, and I end up just getting frustrated. And I think Caroline can relate to this too, because we're very similar, aren't we? We want our businesses to do well, but we also struggle with the very masculine energy of the sales and the strategies and it's not that we're not capable, because we're both intelligent women, but it just goes against, there's something inside that goes, no, that's not why I want to do this, that's not feeling good. So this is why it was done as a soft launch. And I've got 3 courses out there, one special launch one, which I'll talk about in a minute, and I'm working on a 4th one, which will hopefully come out very soon. But the first lot are all about healing. It's the healing part of the journey. That first sort of steps when you start on your spiritual journey is about sort of you become more your self-awareness, your self-acceptance, self-love, and self-care is all part of that, sort of really coming back to who you are. So it's been very exciting and also very frustrating. Which is I was sharing with Caroline. So I'm really going to share the truth of it. I'm not going to sit here and go, yes, it's absolutely wonderful. Yes, I've got hundreds of people have signed up and I've made so much, which you hear all the time on social media. But let's get real, because Caroline and I are real. We share the truth of things. We don't hide. Well, I do hide, but that's another issue we'll talk about in a minute. But it is about being true about these things, because I think there's too much oversales on when you spend too much time on social media, all you're hearing is about, passive income, my first course, and I earned $90,000, blah, blah, blah. The realistic side of things is most people don't. And in fact, maybe even those people who say they're doing that haven't. So, sometimes when you're in the business world and we're setting up our spiritual aligned businesses or soul led businesses, we have to tread a line of following certain processes because you need to do that, having an understanding of business, but at the same time, and it is a very foundational element for both of our businesses, is that it has to feel right for us. It has to feel it comes from your heart and soul. It really does, or it's not feeling right. The energy's not right. So it's been an interesting week. So I started off, I had a launch offer. I have a course called Glow, and it's a self-love program course. And there's a lot in there. And I've priced the course at £111. Now I've done it in pounds because primarily I'm aiming to the UK market, but that doesn't stop you from buying it elsewhere. And I decided as a special launch, I would offer it for £1. Thought you can't get better than that. You're getting a fantastic course for £1. You can't even buy a cup of coffee for that. And I thought, here I am, offer it for the first 100 people who sign up, they get it for £1. Now, how do you think that's gone?
Splendid. You have 2,000 sign-ups, right?
I thought that would happen, Caroline. I just thought, great, they're going to be flying off the shelf, more or less, or people signing up. No, it has not gone like that at all. And in fact, I had one person say, oh, but if it's only worth £1, well, it's not worth it then. It's going to be rubbish. And that kind of hurts a lot.
And as we sensitive introverts, empaths, we take it on, and we are already so critical of ourselves, and then a comment like this comes. And I realized in our pre-show talk that this is what we try to avoid. We are afraid of the trolls, of the bad comments, of negative feedback. So we'd rather not go out there. So that means when we try to share a post, in order to protect us, we put the energy in, let no one see it. And then no one sees it. It's that how the energy works. And also, launching something, being always out there, sharing on different channels, social media, being present takes a lot of energy. And then we have a sleepless night or an early morning or anything, and then we feel drained.
Totally.
And from that, it's sort of giving ourselves that time to let it sink in, maybe vent a little bit, that's just journaling it out, write it all out, that mean guy or woman, how dare they, and this hurt so much, and my course is so worth so much more, and I didn't get it, and whatever is coming up, just vent it all out. No spelling, no punctuation, just vent it all out. And I'm doing this because I usually do it on the keyboard, but you can write it with pen and paper as well. And let it all flow out. And then eventually you come to the core of the thing. It could be like, oh, I don't feel worthy, or maybe my course is not good enough. And just find out the way why something has triggered you. First of all, we can say that's his or her perception. it has nothing to do with me. But if I react to it,
yeah, I'll let it
there
in.
is something deep in that they hit a point, they hit a trigger point. And I always remember, gosh, me and names, I could be running for presidency. No, just a joke aside, sorry. But it's, if someone says something, that's their karma, but how you react to it is yours. And that's so important to realize. People can say mean things, and we are not affected because we don't feel triggered or it doesn't resonate within. But if something comes up and resonates within, then it's our sign to release that, to go deep digger and say, what does it mean for me? And by venting it all out, you can sort of get to the core. And while you keep writing and writing, all of a sudden you find solutions. So this is so important. And in everyday life, we have the highs and everything seems to flow. And then all of a sudden we sink or we fall. And then we think sort of, oh gosh, what did we do wrong? But sometimes we didn't do anything wrong. It's just we need that downtime again to sort of, nurture, deep self-care, and then we can go off again. So allowing that ebb and flow in our general journey. And I keep talking too much, but it's also
Share the analogy when we talked earlier, when I said about this, you told me a story about a donkey.
About the donkey,
Share
and I
that
think
one. That's a very good one. So listen, listeners, pay attention.
I was going to share that, and it's really just a story of how you cannot make it right to everyone. So make it right for yourself. So there's been a couple, a man and a woman with a donkey, and they walked the donkey on a journey. People came along and said, silly people, they have a donkey. They don't even ride the donkey. So they thought, okay, both of them sat on the donkey and they kept going. Different people came and said, oh, you people, that poor donkey has to carry both of you. Are you crazy? So, okay, the man went down and let his wife ride on the donkey. They came along. And then other people came and they said, so, silly man, let his wife ride the donkey. Who's the man of the house? Hello. So, of course, then she got off, he got on, and then they kept going. And then other people came and they said, what a man! Mean man, bad man, the poor woman has to walk and he can ride on the donkey. The story, or the sense of the story, is you can't make it right for everyone. There's always someone finding fault with whatever you're doing. So again, coming back to our topic, be authentic. Do it for you, how it feels right for you, and do it your way. And I think that's also with all the thousands of dollars we can spend on any kind of entrepreneur, business, marketing, whatever courses we are taking. And they teach you one thing, and there's always something that feels odd. So listen to your own guidance, connect to your own heart and connect to your soul, because they know, feel inspired, do the things that call you and do it your way, and feel good about sharing sort of an intro offer of £1 and having people feel into your course, and maybe you even get a testimonial or something. But it's really the journey is so much about the inner work of letting go. And Janet and I, we love creating. You know, I have a workshop coming up and I loved all that, have a great title. I know what I'm sharing. Now I'm sharing about the workshop. People can sign up. And then, yeah, then the doubts come in sort of, oh, no one has signed up. No one likes me. No one loves me. And then you can go that drain. But it's just a sign to go deeper and release more of that inner hurt and come back to that clear channel and sharing your offers. And that's another thing Janet and I discussed. We are still in that old world kind of, because for me it's success can come in so many forms, but in the male oriented world it's sort of you have a business and then you have the income. If there's not enough income, you're a failure. But in more of a heartfelt, in a more feminine, sharing, nurturing, let's say fifth dimensional world, you share because you want to help others. And of course, you're rewarded maybe by a smile or by someone who shares what you said or mentioned is just what I needed. And that is so nurturing to our heart and soul. And of course, on the spreadsheet, it doesn't show up in the dollar or pound sign, but it fills our heart and soul. And it's important to see success not just as money income, but also release blocks where you feel, okay, I'm not worthy or whatever, and then block the sign-ups. So it's truly a journey within having a solopreneur, entrepreneur, heartfelt, soul-led business is a channel on a challenge on its own, and it's our journey we are on. And it's whether you have your own business or whether you are employed, we all face similar challenges. You can be employed and you feel, I don't get enough money for the work I'm doing here, or you feel guilty because you feel like you're underqualified for the work they ask, or you have a hard time saying no to things, your boss or your colleagues. You might have mean colleagues in the workplace or in the family surroundings, and it's whatever you do, you connect to the same problems, and it's the inner work. It's that connection to your heart and your soul that is so important. And again, do it for you with kindness and caring and authenticity. And I think that's what people are truly calling for at the moment. And the right people get the feel. They know that's what they want.
And just so you've been talking through that, and the one thing that I do, and I did mention beforehand, is you said about us hiding. And I totally feel that right now. I don't want to be seen, and I find it really hard to go on to do the lives. You see people just go on all the time and they're very comfortable. I am not comfortable with that. I do try and do it, but I guess I just need to just start doing it in my way. And the other thing I do know for the courses, one thing I've not done is included enough videos that people get to interact with me on the courses. There's loads of stuff in there. And I'm just thinking, I probably need to add a little bit more of the soul magic with Janet in there. And I need to get past that myself. And I know that probably once I do, it'll be fine. I'll get into me, because I love doing this with you, Caroline. I don't have an issue doing this at all. And the things we talk about, and we're very open and we're very, things don't look, is it staged? No, it's a bit of a mess behind me, but I don't really care because I love my space here. And I think it is about that sort of showing up. And I need to do some work on that, I think, to kind of show up and be authentic. And that's all I can be, is I can only be me. I think that all the masks over the years have fallen away, a lot of them. Sometimes some have to get pulled out when you're dealing with certain situations. But right now in my life, I'm very, very fortunate, and I'm so grateful for having the space that I'm even able to do this. And my husband, he's sort of like, he tries to be as supportive as he can, but he goes like, well, why don't you just enjoy your life? Why don't you just write your books that you want to write? And I go, I have this thing about, I want to share stuff into the world. I do feel that's part of my calling, is to put books out with that information, but also courses with that information. And he goes, well, just do it. Just do it. And I absolutely need to take that pressure off me and just enjoy doing it. And I do believe it's so important, is when you enjoy doing something, obviously that energy filters through.
Definitely. And that's when we're tired and we feel like we have to drag ourselves to do that live or share about it. It has the wrong energy, because it has that drained energy, and people feel like, okay, what she's about. Because people feel, they sense it. And yeah, just enjoy it and share and do the things you love and put your gorgeous creations out there and clear their energy too, of whatever secretly we expect it to be it their own energy. And you have created a gorgeous, I've just done the glow course, and it's amazing. It has amazing workbooks in there that really gets you thinking, diving, writing it all out, getting clarity, and the wonderful meditations. And it's such a heartfelt, soul connected course, and I highly, highly recommend it to all the sensitive, gorgeous, beautiful hearts and souls out there. And it helps you in any situation. It's not for entrepreneurs, it's not for moms or anything, it's for everybody. It's for women who just crave a little nurturing time for themselves, who know that they're always giving, and now it's the time to give to themselves and releasing the guilt of looking after themselves. And again, the link will be there. It's on Janet's website, janetgroom.com, and you can go into her Soul Magic Academy, and I can highly recommend it. And take the offer, £1, sign up, see for yourself, and then you can even get a great discount to buy another course if you feel that's right. But test it out, do it over the summer. It doesn't take long, and it's not like other courses where you have to listen to 2 hours videos and you sort of fall asleep in front of that. But it's very interactive. You download your workbooks, you fill it out, and it's the time you spend with yourself, of reflecting, of going deep. That is so needed.
And I think, thank you, Caroline. That was so lovely because I know you're the Queen of Hearts. You're our self-love guru, and I do know when you mentioned there about the 2 hours videos, maybe that's the thing that's put me off a little bit, but I do feel that that is the missing link actually in the court. I need to be a little bit more there and share my experiences
Mhm.
and tell my stories, because yes, I've written them in there, but not everybody likes to read, and I get that, and time is of essence, and some people connect better if they have the audio video link. So yeah, I need to get
You can do 2 minutes video or 5 minutes video and
exactly just a
share a
yeah,
little insight or
exactly.
what's it all about, explain here in this chapter we do this, this and this is the workbook and this how you follow it up. And this is me, this is Janet.
Yes, I think people need to know the Janet, the sort of like, stop hiding. I need to let my light shine. And
But
some
maybe
people
that's also something that connects you with the people,
exactly.
like sort of, are you also hiding a little? It feels uncomfortable being seen. And then I have this course where you can do it on your own. You don't have to share in a group, you don't have to expose yourself. This is your time for yourself, nurture your soul.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. And Caroline has exciting workshops coming up as well. So, watch this space, because heart and soul, we're both stepping up and going to be seen and offering so much more of what we truly, truly believe in,
Mhm.
and to share our wisdom, insights, and knowledge with you to support you. We don't profess to know everything. We can only talk about our own experiences on different things and exercises that we have used to help us or with our clients, and what has worked. And the one thing I did like about the course when I put it together was there's lots of different exercises and lots of different things, tools in there that some people will connect with certain things. You will find the tools that work for you in there. It's not about you have to really stick and do everything. It's about you finding out what works for you. I think that's also important, because we're not all the same. There's not a one size fits all solution. It's about the journey of exploring and discovering what's the
Mhm.
right thing for you.
And I love about your course is you have it all on the left side and you can sort of, it's of course good to go through step by step, but then you can go back easily by just clicking on the left and then you're in that topic again. It's not like you have to watch this video, you have to fill out the material and only then you can go on to the next step.
No,
And then
no.
if you want to go back, it's very complicated. It's all there. You can sort of say, oh, what do I feel today? Is it healthy boundaries or is it the self-love? Or you see the topics there and just intuitively pick something that calls you and do that because that's what you need right now. Plus also you can always come back to it and redo it or reconnect. And that's really, really important. And that's good. When you have a course, it's always there for you.
Exactly, because you've got lifetime for the Life of Soul Magic Academy. You've got access to that course, so you can keep coming back to it. And I am the type of person that I like to go in and add more or tweak it, or just if there's something I think needs to be improved, or I ask for feedback, so that I'm always constantly, I want to give the students, the participants, the best experience that they can, that for them. So it is important, and it's good to get feedback, even if we sometimes go, oh, I don't like that. But it is always good to get feedback. So it's all about improving the experience because I've done courses, and I'm sure you have done, Caroline, over the years. I think between us, we've done a lot of courses.
We could
Um,
have bought a car, probably.
and I can say some were very good, some were awful, and had hardly any content, and were a disappointment. And some, it's getting that balance right. Some were almost too much in them. So again, it's about getting that balance right. But this is sort of like my, you know, launch course. So go for it.
Exactly. And you don't have to spend half a car's money. You get it for £1 at the moment. And you can explore it and get to know Janet a bit more and how her course works and get a feel for it. And yeah, she's happy for your feedback if you feel called to give it to her. So thank you so much for being here, enjoying the Soul Magic and the Soul Magic Academy and knowing more about ourselves, our lives. It's, yeah, like everybody else, it's ups and downs, and that is okay. It's not all shiny, glossy, whatever else, but it's authentic, it's true. We are real women connected to heart and soul. And yes, life is easier. Yes, life is better when we connect our heart and soul and feel more guided and listen to the nudges and urges we get. And that's important. And you can lead a better life as well. And enjoy the roller coaster.
Exactly. It's all about creating that joy, and launching Soul Magic Academy brings me great joy. I so love creating the courses and the programs, and I have an extremely long list of courses and programs that I want to create for you. Because I love it, and there's so much knowledge and different. There will be overlap of things that will come up again, but they'll be done in a different way. So, what you might have missed in one course, you might pick up in another one. And they're meant to sort of, take you and support you on that journey of healing, of spiritual development, and reconnecting with your true essence and connecting with your soul to live a soulful life. So yes, all very exciting. Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you, Janet. Have a wonderful day, and we see you next Tuesday with another topic of heart and soul.
Lovely. Love and light blessings, everyone.